Welcome to another edition of Mr. Walker's Podcast with your host, Mr. Walker. I am here with a special guest, and her name is...
Corey Boo.
So let's jump right into this topic. We don't waste no time. So, I was having a discussion with you off air, right? Off camera. And we were talking about the game between men and women as far as getting a slice of pussy, women tricking men out of money. And we were talking about, in particular, like we were talking about Steve Harvey. I was basically saying how I think that Steve Harvey is a sucker for running through the game and then giving up the game and selling it to the people. And I asked you, did you think that that was wrong for him to do so? No. So do you?
No.
Why not though?
I mean, I'm a woman first. He sold it for the women to put women on game. And I think the men are mad because he put women on game to the men's shit. It made it a little harder for y'all, right?
Yeah, to a certain degree, yes, it has. But if you did your thing with the game, right, and you got out the game as a player, because I'm an ex player. He still uses that. Mm-hmm. Is it wrong then, like, to take that stance and name yourself or title yourself as an ex player and then give the game up to the public? Is that wrong?
I think that's subjective, but I could see where you're coming from. He doesn't have a need for that anymore. So yeah, he gonna give it up. As a father,
Give
right?
it up as far as playing the game.
Meaning like give it up, give up the secrets, give up the code.
You don't think that's wrong?
To who?
To the players that's still in the game.
But what's that got to do with him? He's done. He sold it, right?
Yeah, but that's wrong to then give it up.
To who?
To the public. You don't shit. I don't shit. That's barbershop man business. Like I'm not gonna talk about on my show, on my podcast. I try to be as honest as possible, right? Without making men feel like, damn, dog. Like.
So you're a show for men?
No, my show is for women, right? So to give them some sort of like a bit of what we talk about amongst men. So the barbershop talk or the talk amongst men that y'all not privy to hearing, during my shows or some of my shows, I've given some of that information up. Now, I don't have personal relationships with all the women that watch my show, so I can't do like a one-on-one conversation with them where they could tell me this guy, yo, I'm dating this guy and he's doing this, that, and the third, and I could then tell her, no, but you could kind of pick and choose what episodes you need for yourself and apply it to your life. So in that aspect, I don't feel like I'm giving up too much. I'm giving up just enough. And you kind of got to take what I'm saying and apply it to certain parts in your life.
So what is too much as opposed to enough?
What Steve Harvey did for $12.99 or whatever, however much, that was too much.
I mean, I understand now that we talking about it. I could understand from a man's perspective, stepping outside of myself, I could see why you would be upset about it. But I'm a woman first, right? So I read the book. I own the book. And if I dig somewhere, I could probably still find it. But I could understand why he did it. He sold the book and he got on TV and it was all the rave. There was a movie about it. I could see why you say that, but I feel like men are upset about it because it made it harder for them. It made it harder for whatever game they felt that they had. But if you really got the game, you really got the juice, book or no book, it wouldn't have mattered. A real player...
Think like a man.
Think like a man. It was a movie, Think Like a Man, right? I feel like a real man, a real player, someone who, it don't matter. You don't gotta lie to a woman. There's ways around it. It may not be direct, it's indirect. And you could juggle 1, 2, 3 women, do what you gotta do, because you that man. And it don't matter what a book say. If you got it, you got it. If you got the juice, you got it.
But you gotta be Q, and you gotta kill Bishop to get the juice. But listen here, you can't take advice from anybody that has a beard in 2025 that resembles the Whispers.
It don't matter. You could talk about his beard all you want, but he ain't lie. Because if he lied, you wouldn't feel no way about him giving up the goods. So
you gonna give up the goods on the gold diggers and the women that are after, like, do women do that? Like, is it a lot of women nowadays giving up the sauce on other women?
Oh, giving up? Yes. It's on social media. Absolutely. Did a woman write a book about it? Probably not. But is it out there? Absolutely.
What are signs? What do you believe are signs that a woman is into you for the money?
God, that's a good question. I think I would have to think about that. I think if it's I might answer this question. I think it's hard for me to answer because I don't move like that, but
I'm sure you know women like that.
And I know there's women out there that first and foremost, off the rip, they're gonna ask what you do. And what you do and where you work at or who you know, they're going to put you in a box and they're gonna determine if it's gonna be a go or not. That's normal. Like, that's for a lot of people. That don't even gotta be for money, women and money. That's just on like how you look on paper. And women may look at men and be like, all right, so what do you do? Oh, I work here, I do this and I do that. And they're automatically calculating in their head how much money they got.
So a man could get some pussy based on how he looks on paper?
Yeah, because they're gonna think that it may get them further, in my opinion. But a woman may not fuck with a man if he don't got a degree. And we in 2025, a degree don't mean shit.
At all.
It really don't. It does hold weight. Let me not take away from that. I'm not taking away from that. Let me say that.
I know dudes that don't have a degree.
Exactly.
That make.
And they're great. And they're great. But there are women who want to look at a man or who want to talk on a man and say, this is what it is. So what's the difference from a man, wanting a woman for sex and a woman wanting something in return? It's an exchange.
Yes, but I would rather a woman tell me from the very beginning that she wants money for pussy.
So you're gonna tell a woman off the bat that you just want to have sex with her?
Yeah.
You are?
Like, for instance, I want to fuck you.
I know. What I'm saying is, right? You come across a woman, the first thing you say to her, if like you really want to have sex with her and you care to have sex with her, you really gonna come off and be like, I want to fuck you.
Yeah, but is that wrong to tell you that I want to fuck you?
No. So is it wrong if I was to come up to you and be like, how much money you make? What you got in your wallet right now? I need new tires on my car.
You can't.
Why? What the fuck is the difference? You want pussy, I need new tires. What's the difference? Tell me what's the difference. The crazy thing is you can go tomorrow and make that money back.
Yeah.
I can't remove the fact that I let you fuck me. So it's okay though, right?
But you also gonna need your tires rotated.
That's usually comes. You buy 4 new tires, they automatically rotate them for you. Whatever. You don't need to rotate your tires if you're buying 4 new tires. What are we talking about? So what is the difference? What's the difference of you telling me I want to fuck you, right? And me telling you that's cool. I need 4 new tires. Why is that not an even exchange?
All right, how much?
No, answer the question. Why is that not an even exchange?
Because your vagina isn't worth 4 new tires.
So you can't fuck. Go to the 30 for 30. But that's not what you really want. You don't want that exchange. You want the chase. Isn't marriage like a business? Why is it not a business or an exchange? You want something from me, I need something from you.
That's the way marriage should be. But a lot of times, marriage isn't designed that way, and it doesn't go that way. It should be about 2 people coming together, bringing their half or what they can contribute to this situation, this marriage, right? This unity to make it better. But a lot of times in a marriage, a lot of people's marriage is set up on like, and this might sound strange, but I could kind of like back what I'm saying up, or I can expand on what I'm about to say. A lot of people's marriage is set up on some like narcissistic type of shit.
What you mean?
Meaning in the sense of like, one person out of the marriage demands so much more from their partner, right? And they want to be put on a pedestal. They want their needs to be met at all times. Like the happy wife, happy life shit.
How about happy spouse, happy house?
Yeah,
how about that?
Listen, I agree with you. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It should be that. But a lot of times you hear men quoting this dumbass shit that they got from their uncle or their grandfather that was miserable with the woman that they was with. So you was listening to a miserable ass man quote this bullshit to you, happy wife, happy life, but he miserable than a motherfucker with the woman that he's with.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about what it would be like if you did, or it wasn't looked at in a negative connotation? There's such a negative tone to that happy wife, happy life. And it does seem very one-sided, and I can agree with you to a certain aspect on that, right? But I'm a woman first, and this is gonna seem a little selfish and a little fucked up. A woman is the heart and soul of a home, all right? A woman is a nurturer, she's a giver, right? She can also be a provider. She is the heartbeat of the home. If the heart is weak, the entire house will crumble. It's true. She is your bloodline and your lifeline in the house. That's just my opinion. She keeps everybody moving and motivated in the home. And if that is the weakest point in your home, it's gonna crumble. That's just my personal opinion. Now, there are other aspects, right, and other organs in the home that need to be nurtured and taken care of as well. And they're not any less important than the other ones.
The man is the heart and soul of a home. And I'm gonna tell let me express to you why. Back in the day, and I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. Back in the days, 70s and 80s, women in homes were getting like government assistance, right? And in order for you to get it, or a certain amount, a man he couldn't be present of the home. So a lot of times in certain households, women would hide the men whenever the other man came to visit to see if a man was present. So they knew you remove the man, the woman is in need, right, of assistance, right? Because with a man, able-bodied man, he can be a lot more effective, and these people, this particular group of people, not needing us. So when thinking about it, when you kill the heart or the head, the rest of the body goes.